Welcome back. So we got something a little bit different today. You've seen a little bit here and there in previous videos, but I wanted to get a bunch of books together and kind of go over them. So these are all PC books, or I was hoping they'd be PC books. To Greenberg and Koufax over here. You have Berg and Rosen over here. And let's flip through and go back to their pre-professional days. Or at least that's what the hope was with this one. Now we're going to start this off. This book is the one error for me in the group. I saw this listing, no mention of Greenberg in it. This is the June 1928 yearbook for Greenberg's high school. So he would have been a junior in 28, obviously graduated in 29. And my hope was, like a lot of modern yearbooks, is that we go in, find some sports photos, baseball team photo, be fantastic. Well, no luck. There is zero athletic photos in this book. No mention of Greenberg, obviously no auto, which there's still an outside chance of that too. But, it wasn't purchased as a Greenberg book. I was kind of hoping it was taking the outside chance that it was in there, but it wasn't. So, but I have a copy of his junior yearbook. So, and that's pretty much all it is, with no mention of him in it. The next two, you've seen both of these before, but I finally marked all these of the different photos in different spots I want to show off. So starting off, this is the student directory for the University of Cincinnati, 54-55. And right over here, you have Sanford Koufax and his particular address while at the University of Cincinnati. And that goes very well with this. University of Cincinnati Yearbook, 1954. Starting off with his group fraternity photo. And if you look right in the back row, and third from the right, so right up here, there's Koufax. And then, moving to athletics. This is the freshman basketball squad. And obviously you have Koufax right here. And finally, this is the last photo. Senior, varsity senior baseball, whatever you want to call it. You have Koufax right dead center in the top row. So, this one obviously I was in the trade video I posted a little while ago. Traded a bunch of Met stuff for a bunch of Koufax stuff, this being one of them. Just at the time I hadn't flipped through it yet thoroughly and marked everything. This time I wanted to make sure I showed you that stuff. Next up, we have Florida Military Academy, 1941. Kind of unassuming. This again was listed with just as a yearbook. That's it. I knew what year Al Rosen had graduated. I knew where he graduated from. And that would be 1941, Florida Military Academy. And really the only reason he didn't debut until much, much later is went and served in World War II, then went to the minors, then finally made it to the club. So this is other information in it, academic standards, some of boxing, some of the tennis club, some of the team captains. So there is mention in this particular book. There's the baseball team. So he does have photos, team photos in here. which are the same exact photos in here. So, starting off, have a nice clear photo, and yes, he had the nickname of Flip when he was in high school. And favorite saying, "So what?" And obviously he intended to be a professional baseball player. Very active during his time. In both athletics and other clubs. He was team captain for baseball. He was on the football team. Trying to remember where. I know he's in the picture. He's all the way at the end, up on the top, right there. So obviously in football, he's also part of the basketball team. With Rosen being right up there. And I did not mark all of the photos here. Obviously the baseball team. Maybe I got 1, 2, 3. Rosen's right up there. There aren't other photos, so Rosen's in here as well. At the bottom there. Part of the F Club. I guess that's the Florida Club, or I would think so anyway. Our dugout staff. And dab in the middle. So, and he has more photos in this particular book than what I even pointed out. But this is just an excellent addition to the Rosen PC. I'm really just happy to add it. No signatures in this particular copy, which is fine with me. Great photos, you know, pre-Major League Baseball days. All right, now we're going to go over, stay on the East Coast, but go over to Princeton. This one is a little deceptive. So now we're on to Moberg, graduated from Princeton in 1923. Now this is 1925. The Princeton bric-a-brac. But if you open it up, this has, for some reason, there's like a 2-year delay. A picture of the 1923 baseball squad with Moberg right here. And so if you look over here, listed Berg, class of 23, playing second base regularly, supposedly. And then, obviously, as I showed in a previous video as well, I do have one of the programs from the baseball season when he was really playing shortstop for most of the season, even though he's listed at second base. So that was a 1923 team, but with the bric-a-brac printed in 25. And this is the bric-a-brac from 1924. And this has a few mentions of, this focuses on more so on the class of 23. So, members of the American Whig Society, you have Moberg here. He is part of the baseball team, but we will get to that. Part of the directory. So, track you up. 6 Southwest. And that's his location while at Princeton. Obviously listed in the class of 23. And Moberg, Newark, New Jersey. But obviously what you usually buy these for, so the baseball photo. And over here, you have Moberg baseball school, 1922 Princeton baseball team. So those are kind of the interesting additions, if you will, to the Berg collection, the Rosen collection, kind of the Greenberg collection, since there's no mention of them in there, and obviously the Koufax PC. So again, a little bit different. I try and bring you different things because it's fun for me, and it all relates to my PC. So that's what I have for you this time around. I hope you enjoyed kind of going back to taking a peek at some of these players before they reach the majors. Until next time, please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. And have fun by being active in this community. So find your way of participating, whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams, group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, the more your PC will grow, the more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friendships you'll form. It's an absolutely wonderful community, incredibly knowledgeable, incredibly supportive, and just people you want to know, both as part of the hobby, but also as just as good people. So thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.